When you think of Doom, you think rage, speed, one man too angry to die, turning hell into unpaid overtime because someone thought they could break him. Not for glory, not for a cutscene, just because something crossed a line it couldn't uncross. Doom 2016 brought that anger roaring back. The perfect push-forward loop. Go to heal, chainsaw to reload, sprint, or die trying. Then Doom Eternal cranked that loop until it screamed, dash, flame belch, chainsaw. Repeat until your hands hurt. But in all that chaos, one thing was always missing. Doom 64 ends with Doomguy alone in hell by choice, closing the door behind him so Earth stays safe. Doom 2016 begins centuries later with the sarcophagus cracking open and a myth stepping out. No cutscene explains it, no codex spells it out. What turned the Marine with a shotgun into an unshakable grudge into hell's worst nightmare? The Dark Ages is that answer. The missing link that shows why the Slayer never stops, and why hell still can't shut the door on him. This is why Doom needed the Dark Ages. Back then, Doomguy sealed himself in hell. No extraction, no plan, just him, a gun, and the same promise that got his squad killed in the first place. If demons come through, they die. Simple. The Dark Ages drags the shot of him standing alone and rewinds the tape. He claws out of the pit, or maybe hell spits him out because it was tired of losing. He lands on Argent D'Nur, a fortress world, fighting its own endless losing battle. The Argenta, knights, and kings, a warrior kissed, neck deep in an unholy war. They didn't just adopt Doomguy, they built him. The Night Sentinels brought him into their ranks, gave him armor and a shield, turned his anger into a hammer swung at Hell's skull. When even that wasn't enough, they strapped him into the Divinity Machine, the cosmic cheat code that turned a man into the thing Hell could never kill. And just like that, the Slayer was born. The same wars that made him would break him. Betrayal, the sealed tomb, centuries of sleep until Hell knocked again and got the same answer it always did. Oh, also, remember, those yellow eyes in the opening? That's a nod. IDDQD, also known as God Mode. Even the game knew this man was built different.
All the power of Hell, cowering before one man. Our enemy is divided. The time is now.
But it's not just about him. This bridge cracks open the corners of Doom's universe that used to hide behind codex screens. The Argenta were never just statues in Eternal. They were a kingdom, a faith, brotherhood desperate enough to try the angriest human alive over their own gilded gods. And the Makers? Those smug, angelic parasites didn't just appear in Eternal. The Dark Ages shows how they played puppet master. Bending Argenta society feeds Hell's energy into a divine power loop and carving the Slayer's legend one lie at a time. Argent energy, cosmic pacts, citadel towers twisted with ruins. This time, you stand in the middle of it, boots down, shotgun ready, no codex needed. Hugo Martin wasn't bluffing when he called this a full realization of the Slayer's past. This time, you don't just read about the unholy wars, you bleed for them.
So, at the start of our story, the Slayer has been subjugated, would be a good word, by the Makers. You know, they blessed him with power in the Divinity Machine, but with that power came also a certain amount of control.
Now this is where things shift. Lore is sweet, but Doom lives and dies by how it feels when you pull the trigger. If Doom 2016 brought back push-forward combat and Eternal made you jump and juggle ammo like a demon on sugar, the Dark Ages finally tells you to slow down. Not boring slow, purposeful. This Slayer doesn't bunny hop for armor scraps. He plants his boots. He raises his shield saw, blocks, parries, and deflects. He times every swing so Hell can't. Rage only matters when you swing it on purpose. Every block matters. Every follow-up shotgun blast lands because you earned the opening. And when the big moment hits, they hit. You ride a cybernetic dragon through burning skies, pilot an Atlan mech that stomps Hell's gates into gravel. Also, yes, the Atlan Spartan kick, straight out of 300.
A wraith who are descendants of this realm. Here her energy becomes fully realized.
By the way, if Eternal ever made you feel like you had to go back to college just to beat it, you're not alone. The Dark Ages doesn't abandon challenge. It just hands you a wrench and says, tune it how you want. Sliders, speed, aggression, damage, a custom doom that still rips and tears, just at the tempo that keeps your blood pumping instead of your keyboard flying. So again, why did Doom need the Dark Ages? Because when you're sprinting non-stop, you forget how heavy the rage really is. The Slayer didn't survive this long because he was fast. He survived because he never stopped swinging. Eternal made the loop so perfect you forgot how to miss, but the Dark Ages slows it down, just enough to make every kill feel like it means something. It's a shield, a block, a parry, a big gun, a bigger burden, the legend sharpened and patient. This all started because someone picked the wrong fight. It ends because they underestimated what a Marine with no exit plan does when you give him a bigger shield. If Doom is rage, the Dark Ages is what happens when rage gets patient, and Hell still hasn't recovered from that.
And lastly, I'll ask you to join me now in paying our respect to him. The people of Argentanur rest easier now, knowing he is out there.
So, do we stay slow? Does this heavier combat keep Doom alive for another decade? Or should the Slayer break the leash again and run wild? Tell me what you think down in the comments. I read every single one, good or cursed. Check out other videos while you're here, especially if you like Prototype, Wolfenstein, or anything else where people explode and feelings get hurt. And as always, remember, the bound always return.